Now, before we get cracking on today's podcast, we have a message from our mates at GameDay Squad.
Do you love women's fantasy footy?
Women's Aussie Rules Fantasy has officially launched at GameDay Squad.
It's free to play, create, coach, and compete for weekly prizes.
Open your free player packs weekly.
It's fun, it's free, it's easy.
Register now at GameDaySquad.com.au.
DT's all right with me. DT's all right. Oh, yeah. I'm Rory. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Wani.
Coach of the One Dogs.
And Calvin.
Coach of Calvin Hector.
What?
It was the Pigs, Adelaide. Yes, Australia.
And we're known as the Adelaide Crows.
Woohoo!
What?
Hey, it's Adelaide Pigs. Hey, because there's some big dogs here. This is not Essendon anymore, mate.
I'll tell you what, it's a big step
It's
up.
a massive step up because
Bombers had 2 players over 100. These guys have only got 2 players over 100.
Well, there's a fair comeback.
good one, Warren, because these guys are legit future pigs. There was one there. Yep. There's one.
That's taking it
No.
too far.
No, because
What have you got?
hit the button and I'll tell you what we got. Right.
Who you got?
Okay. We'll start with Rory Laird because he is
Shit.
No. Oh my
Did you
goodness.
see what he had in
You're
round 1?
taking it too far.
Okay, yeah.
57.
Yeah, but he still got up to 109.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a good comeback.
Off the back of a season of 120,
Yeah.
112. This is a guy that has been
Failure of a number 1 draft pick. In
correct. Yep.
Draft.
It is a failure, number 1 pick. This is a guy that we've talked about.
Yeah.
He's been mentioned for pig status.
Nah.
It was talked about last year. Still a very serviceable year for him. So, in his run home, so there was a time we were all locking him in that stretch home, and then he missed that one game. We thought it was going to be more than one.
Yep.
But he came back very well. So in his last 7, he averaged 117.
Yes.
So that's over his last 7, and that was carrying an injury niggle as well.
That's right, yeah.
So I'll tell you what, you could say he could potentially be underpriced.
He's unders.
Moving on.
If you take out that 57, which you can do,
Yeah.
because he got hot.
Yes.
Remember, he got hot.
It was far too hot for him that day.
He'd be at 112.
Okay.
There is plenty of meat on the
Now,
Rory
Jordan
bench.
Dawson-
What does he average next year then? Give me a figure.
He'll be 115.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's a must start.
He's a must start.
Jordan Dawson was one of the picks of the season with that defender status.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we've all got a story of a massive clanger, and mine was when Doherty went down, the sensible move was to Jordan Dawson.
Yep.
But I thought that would be too boring.
Yeah.
He was anything but boring.
He was.
went
Where
on
did you go?
an absolute tear. Tuke Miller, who lasted a week.
Oh, I think he did his hammy.
That's what happens when you're a DPP sicko.
So, but
You get in
Dawson
twisted knots.
Dawson will lose his defender status.
He will.
Put him back in there with the mids.
Yeah.
I'm concerned how he finished.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's like a
By his
104.
standard.
104 in his last 6.
Yeah.
Puts him back in the mediocre Darcy Parish group.
It does,
It
doesn't
does.
it? And
Does.
just not enough to excite you to...
No.
Especially when, so in his midfield, with him and Lairdy,
Yep.
if one's getting tagged,
Yeah.
it's Dawson. So Laird's the pick of the two, isn't he?
I think he is.
Disappointing for old mate Fleabags, who had him as captain in the last round.
Yeah. Yes, it was just a meh finish.
It
wasn't
was. It was.
Why'd you recommend him in Calvin's captains?
Because
Why didn't you go?
I think he was number
Zach
4.
Merritt?
Was he?
He was number 4 on the
Yeah.
list.
Fair enough, too, with that matchup.
With
surely.
the matchup, yes. You've got to back that in.
Got to back it in.
Zach
So out of those two there, Lairdy's your boy.
I think so.
There you go, dog. Lairdy's your boy.
All right, they're the only white superstars. Oh, I thought we were going to talk for ages about them.
I'm telling you,
All right,
Roy?
you guys went there,
No, I didn't.
didn't you?
No.
I thought you did.
I'm not that stupid, dog. Roy?
No, I unlocked a little gem there for
You did.
a stretch.
You did.
And yes, I did say unlock, and his name is Ben Keys.
Well
So
done.
that was my little
I like it.
gag there.
But every week
Yes.
that you had him, you could have got rid of him, but then
Oh, no, I played this one quite
Did
well.
ya?
This was not one of my worst plays of the year. So Ben Keys, he dropped to 26K. So
Okay.
significant
Yeah.
because we saw what he's done in the past as a midfielder. He junks up in there nicely. Now, he had a stretch. So I'll just say firstly, he went on to average 77. So just a nothing year, really. Shouldn't be a
If you look at
relevant
it
player,
on
you
a,
wouldn't think.
on the whole, yep.
Now, between round 11 and 17, that's when people started jumping back on because his price was extraordinarily low at that point, and he'd been moved back into the midfield, and CBA count was high.
Yep.
Now, that's when we saw the keys of old. So he had a massive run, averaged 107 in that time, a low of 90 in that time. Okay, so if you played that stretch well, you've nailed this. And there were warning signs to get off early too because his role started to change. Now, it was a gutsy move getting off at the right time because he was still coming off a 90, but the role had changed.
Yes.
He was saved
Yeah, he
for
got
that
saved
90.
for that 90,
He
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So savvy coaches who had the ability to trade that week got off. If you didn't, it turned to crap really quickly after that, which puts it, which is why
70s and 60s and
Yeah.
37 even in there.
So, which is why he's on the never again list.
Yeah.
Now, who's to say the same little patch won't be available to us in the future?
Every man has his price.
Exactly right. But you would need to be prepared to jump quick
Yeah.
as soon as you see the warning signs, and you may not get that nice little 90 that we did this year that had the signs to get off, but with that save. So that 30, what was it? It was a horrible one. So 37 he had in that round 23,
Yep.
where he missed that critical goal that could have put him into finals.
Don't.
What?
Don't. The thing is this.
He
I'm
only
gonna,
had to get it between the two big sticks.
Yeah.
Without touching
he
it.
did! What he don't! You know I get triggered by this?
I'll tell you what, it would have helped his score too. He needed that.
He did need
extra
that.
5 points.
Now, we're going to talk about this a bit later, but the Crows have been searching this year for their third banana.
Right.
So you've got your Laird,
Did
your
they find
Dawson.
Banana.
Yeah, so they've got Laird, Dawson. At the start of the year they used Rochelle, then Keys, then Crouch. So you're right. If Keys can be that third guy,
Yeah.
then yes, definitely.
They're
He's-
not interested in it though, are
No,
they?
they're not interested.
They
in it.
do it when they need to or when they need to freshen up in there for a few weeks.
Because in the breakout section, Roy, there are a couple of people who are more likely to be there as the third banana.
I think I know who you're talking about. And they spent time in there
They did.
early and a little bit late.
All right. Breakout dog.
All right.
Hit
let's
it.
You know you make me break.
Okay. First 6 games of the year, the third banana in there next to Lairdy and Dawson was Josh Rochelle. Okay. In that time, in his first 6 weeks, he averaged 92.
Yeah, it was impressive.
92. With high CBAs. Now, for whatever reason, they vanished.
Yeah.
They then gave him to Keys. Okay. Then his time dried up. Then they gave it to Crouch. And we'll talk about Crouch in a minute. But Rochelle ended the year with an average of 72 next to his name.
Yeah.
Now, Saligo's another guy that you've thrown in
he
there as
catches
well.
my eye. So Saligo, every time he plays, he does something that I like. But it was his form in the last 4 weeks. I think he had 3 scores, 90 plus.
Yep.
So he's certainly one to watch for the future.
68 next to his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an average. Something to keep an eye on.
There's upside.
There's
Right.
upside.
Is there
I'd be
enough?
looking at him in keeper or something like
Now,
that.
Yeah.
we need to talk about Matt Crouch.
Of course we do.
We do. So he played
He was good.
7 games this year at an average of 89. That's because he was vested in his first game,
Take that out.
right? Yep. He would have been 98.
Yeah, nice.
98.
Which sounds about Matt,
does,
doesn't it?
it?
Yeah.
you go, he's had over hundreds before
Yes.
for season averages.
Yes.
But, yeah, that's...
At this point,
Yeah.
he's a
He had
98 guy.
4 tons in his last 5 games.
Good player.
Yep.
He was disappointing in that last
He was,
matchup against
yeah.
the Eagles. That should have been another ton.
Yeah.
But he
feel-
gets a discount off his off his 88 from the year before, which puts him around the 80 mark, Roy.
Right.
80.
You got to be
There's 20 points there, boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
if he is just locked into that
If he stays at the Crows as well.
and
So that's
stays.
another one.
Well,
to
if he
look at.
goes, we really consider it.
Well, we need to find who the third wheel is going to be in their team.
Yeah, do they look to the future or do they
Do
just
they-
keep rolling out?
is it back to
an old
Rochelle?
man, Matt Crouch?
Yeah, you're right. I think it is those guys.
It's
I think
gotta
that's
be.
where they want to go.
All right, another guy I threw in there to talk about is Hingy.
Hingy,
My mate Mitch
yeah, he
Hinge.
can score Hinge.
So he went at 91 after his bye. He's got a 76. He's been in the system for 6 years.
Yes.
He enters his 6 years. He's only basically played 2 years out of that.
Right.
Though. In his first couple of years, he hardly got any clock at all. So will he hold his defender status? I don't know. It's maybe one you could bump up on draft day.
He pushes up, can score on the wing, can't he? That would be his only risk of losing defender status.
And the other name I had down here before you talk about yours, Roy, was Sam Berry.
Yeah,
right?
forgotten man.
He just disappeared.
He
So
was supposed to be your third banana.
He was. So he was 84 last year. He only played 4 games this year at a 49, which prices him around the 70 mark, we'll say. So he played in the sample, 15 games, ticked along at 91, alongside our boy Jacko Haitley, who went at 106 from his
Jacko.
16. Schoenberg went at 105 from 10 in the sample. So they've got guys there.
They've got a stacked group.
Someone's
They've got
got
a
to put their
stacked
hand up. Yeah.
Bottom tier group that just can't really get in there. So
Well, the one that does get in is going to be underpriced, aren't they?
you would
But
think
then
so.
I think it changes. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like, I don't think you can back it in.
No.
Even if you've got a good line of sight on that and going, it's going to be player X.
Yep.
It's going to be player Y at some point.
It
Yeah,
will.
that's very
They
true.
flip it around a lot.
Now, Paddy Parnell, he came into
you like
Destroy
Paddy.
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, the little
and
fella.
certainly did he
The
think.
kid.
Yeah, the kid. He can rack up marks. Actually, one of his marks is sensation if you look through his player highlights. But he had a shocker of a year. Now, he had 2 vest scores, 1 of 1, 1 of 0.
Oh, boy.
And he missed extended time due to, I think it was that KO, wasn't it? Had him out for a while, and he didn't end up getting back in the team till the very last game with a disappointing score of 40. But what he did do for his 2 games in the middle of the year there before the injuries, 100 and a 77, because he can score. He can find open space and take those plus 6s. So just one, he's he'll be discounted on that 48 that he averaged a couple of years ago, but it's not someone we launch into, I don't think.
No.
But he's just a player of interest.
Well, there they are.
Plenty
Your
there.
Crows.
Plenty to talk about there.
Well, there's options there for your game day squad cards to be grabbing.
Yes,
But you know
for
where you
sure.
want to be going. If you're not playing the women's version,
Yes.
you can be going there. And I'd be going with Marinoff, Ebony Marinoff.
Okay.
A gun.
Yeah.
Averages over 100. Good player.
Yeah, right.
In the guts. Does the job there. So, you can be getting those at GameDaySquad.com.au. And the season isn't over either, because you can be playing with your men's cards. You can be trading, getting the transfer market and all the
Very cool.
things going on there. So check that out at GameDaySquad.com.au. That's the Crows.
Let's go.
Cow. They should have been in the finals.
Yeah, they should have been.
Stupid Keezy missing goals.
Attention footy fans. Have you ever played fantasy football? Fantasy footy is taking the world by storm, and here's your chance to play for free. Create, coach, compete in fantasy footy for free with GameDay Squad. Open free new player packs each week. Sign up to coach, build your team, trade players, bench injured or unfit players, upgrade rookies. It's your fantasy team. Play your best team. Become the ultimate fantasy footy coach. It's fun, it's free, it's easy. Register now for free at GameDaySquad.com.au.